What's up everybody, Kinetic here and welcome back to Path of Exile. So, you'll be happy to hear that I have not only been keeping up with my progress, but I've actually completed Merciless now. So what I thought I would do with this video is kind of sum up my feelings as far as like my experience by having a character finally complete Merciless for the very first time. How do I feel about Legacy League? How do I feel about maps and stuff like that? And also show off, you know, some other things going on here. First of all, let's go ahead and we'll take a look at my awesome hideout. I mean, this is ready for the Hideout Hall of Fame right here, right? Surely? No? It's pretty good. I mean, it's alright. I've done a lot of time like messing around with the lighting, trying to get the mood that I'm looking for here. I've got some masters, and I like what I've done here with Katarina in her little circle of power or something like that. I don't know. Everything is just kind of like me throwing ideas together for now, and yeah, I'll probably keep working on doing their missions to unlock more decorations and stuff like that. It's been pretty fun, and I've also had a very interesting time by going through Merciless for the first time. I really was trying to avoid having a repeat of what happened last time with my Necromancer Witch. The case where I was doing full clears of every area and I was over-leveling like crazy, so pretty soon I found myself going into areas and I was way over-leveled for them, and I didn't realize at the time. I found out much later that there was actually a penalty to the drops and I think experience gain and stuff like that by doing that, and it really kind of ruined my experience there with my Necromancer. So with this Earthquake build, I was basically like power charging through every single area and all of the different difficulties, normal, cruel, and even merciless. And even then, like as fast as I thought I was going, I was still over leveled, like by 5 levels or something like that, pretty much the entire time. It wasn't until just outside of Malachi's fight that I started noticing. I'm like, wow, I'm taking a lot of damage. Maybe it's because my gear is still really bad. I haven't upgraded my gear in a long time. And then I checked and I saw that the level was exactly mine. I was like, oh my god, what does that mean for Malachi? It meant pain. That's what it meant. And I didn't even record it. I could have, but I just want to forget that ever happened. Like it was such a painful experience. It was like Orphan in Bloodborne levels bad. Like just wiping and wiping, like repeatedly running back in to try and kill him, losing all this XP, and I'm just like, oh god, just flip his head, I don't care anymore. And I finally did. I finally killed him, and then as soon as I did that, like in the aftermath of that experience, I went and I started going back to PoE.trade and getting some items. So I've got some relatively cheap items, and this time when I was searching for example, this two-hand weapon, I was really going like specifically what I wanted. I wanted, you know, for example, the item, it had to have 6 links, it had to have, you know, the colors and stuff like that I wanted specifically, attack speed and whatnot. I was very specific with getting pieces. Like the more and more that I shopped, because I realized that the RNG with like the re-rolling for sockets, the links, re-rolling for colors and stuff like that, it just sucks, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, I tried doing that for as long as I could tolerate it on so many different pieces, and then I just gave up. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna look for exactly what I want now for these items, and so that's how I shop. And yeah, it can seem expensive, but I mean, as other people have pointed out, you know, you can end up spending a lot more in, you know, other currencies trying to re-roll them and stuff like that. So yeah, with the weapon, the ring, this chest piece as well, the amulet, all the ring and stuff like that, I was shopping for pretty much exactly what I wanted, including this. I was looking for at least a minimum of 5 sockets and 5 links, and it just so happened that the 6 socket 5 link was really cheap. So I was like, okay, cool, let's go ahead and do that. I did have to re-roll it, I think, a few times. Did I, or did it come as this? No, this one did come as is with the colors, I believe, and so that's cool. Speaking of RNG BS, there's one more thing I gotta point out. Really, the only complaint that I have about the Legacy League, and it's the RNG or a chance to something on some of these league zones. For example, Talisman, and what is it, the Brandis coin chest or something like that. The Talisman League Stone has a 25% chance to contain a stone circle. Okay. And the Brandis one has a 20% chance, I think, or something like that, to spawn the NPC. Well, out of like the half dozen of each of those League Stones that I use to collect the talismans, for example, and try to find a stone circle, only one of the Talisman League Stones actually gave me a stone circle. And out of all of the Paredes coins, none. I didn't get him spawned one time. And I'm pretty sure I looked everywhere, which became part of the problem because, again, I was trying to go as fast as I could, but then these particular league stones were like encouraging me to basically do full clears and full exploration. So, you know, with that and the fact that I wasn't even finding, you know, stone circles and I wasn't finding this NPC, whatever, I just gave up on them. That's why I think I kind of mentioned in the last video, but now, yeah, that's really pointing to why I started to just only do like the Breach League Stones, or the Beyond, or the Rogue Exiles, I think it's called Anarchy or something like that, or the Invasion bosses, because there was no RNG. It was just like, okay, there's definitely going to be a Rogue Exile in the next area, and that was exciting because I knew it was going to be there. I just didn't know where. You know, I was still going to get ambushed at some point. Same thing with like the guys from Beyond. I'd be fighting and stuff like that or whatever. Maybe at a Breach or like an Essence. That's another one I really like. And then suddenly the Beyond guys come to and just like it's all chaos. You know, same thing with the strong boxes or whatever. So some of the combinations and most of the League Stones are really fun and makes for really exciting moments as you combine all these different effects. But then some of them are just a drag to go through because I've got like dozens of those stupid talismans. I've got like almost 1,000 coins, you know, just because of the design choice to put RNG into these League Stones, which I don't see how that's adding any value to the game whatsoever. So I hope that they'll make a change for that in the future league. Let's take a look at the skill points that I've got laid out here. I have more or less basically followed Norse's guide to the T in this regard, but for every other like chance that I have to kind of deviate away from the guide, I do. We'll see how much I can actually kind of customize to my own personal liking. Not in just direct defiance of, you know, for the sake of trying to not be a perfect copy of the build or anything like that, but just to see if I can make it more interesting in some way with some adjustments of my own. We'll see. So far, it's an amazing build. I mean, it's near perfect, really, as far as what it does, it feels like. And what's this up here? The Loom Chamber. Alright, so let's go through the Loom Chamber and see what this is about. Is this like a whole new area, or is it just going to be an arena? I think this is just an arena. So far. Oh yeah, that's that sound. I know what's coming. I know what's here. Oh, down you go. I didn't even have to use my Vol Trap or nothing. I tend to forget, or maybe not necessarily forget, but I'll often ignore such skills if I don't think it's necessary. Like, if I feel like it's just as easy for me to just keep whacking, I'll keep whacking. That's gonna wrap it up for this Path of Exile video. My impressions of the Earthquake build. It's absolutely awesome. If you want to see the full guide to Norse's Earthquake Slayer build, there's a link to it down in the description of this vehicle. The Legacy League has been really fun for the most part. Just a few things I would like to see changed, the ones that I mentioned. The RNG I could probably deal with the core game and like the, you know, re-rolling for colors and sockets and stuff like that. Or like I said, I'm just gonna avoid doing that entirely, or as much as possible, and just buy items the way that that I want them. The map system is cool. The regular maps, as they are, pretty boring, but the ones with the modifiers is not only a really cool design, but I really hope more of those drop, because that's how I want to run maps, with more exciting twists on the experience to come. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for now, guys. Me and Zen are gonna go bump uglies on the map machine. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Click the like button to support Path of Exile here on the channel, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next video. Thanks again for watching. This is Kinetic, and I'll see you next time.